to the 2001 Tokyo 9-Ball Championships. I'm Alan Hopkins, bringing you the semifinals match between Efren Reyes from the Philippines and Warren Kiamco from the Philippines also. They will be playing a race to 13, alternating the break. This match is worth $60,000 to the winner and a chance to go in the finals where the winner can win $160,000. Largest purse ever in the sport of pocket billiards. And the game is 9-ball, and the format is double elimination format, first round only. After that, it's single elimination. If you lose your second match, you are out of the tournament. Now, what I mean by double elimination after the first round, in the first round, if you lose your match, you get another chance to still get into the final tournament. But if you win your first match and lose your second match, then that would mean you are out of the tournament. Kind of a tough break. But there's Efren Reyes, who has been undefeated in this single nation format, and he is the man to beat. He is considered the best 9-ball player in the world today, and he'll be playing Warren Kiamco, who is also from the Philippines and also another great player. So we've got a great match in store. Efren Reyes has won the lag, and he will elect to break the balls. They will be playing a race to 13, alternate the break. Efren will break from the left-hand side of the table. And he'll be playing the 1 ball in the side pocket like most of the players play. Now I see something on the cue ball. Okay. And this is the largest purse in the history of pocket billiards. And he hits the ball solidly. Brings the cue ball back down table with a draw stroke. Has pocketed a ball on the break. Looks like it was the 4 ball, I believe. And has the 1 ball sitting by the corner pocket with a nice shot on the 1. And a chance to make the 1 and play around. Now watch the cue ball here. He's going to have to come down by the 2 ball and 8 and try to break open these 2 balls. Low left hitting. It's just a little bit of left. Perfect. Hits the 8 ball. Look at that shot. What a great shot by Efren Reyes. That's some of the kind of play you're going to see from this fellow here. He's called the Magician. And he's going to do things you probably haven't seen before. Playing the 2 ball with low right-hand spin, bringing the cue ball back toward the center of the table. And he caught a bad break there. He hit the 5 ball. He did not plan on hitting the 5 ball. And that's an unforced error there. In other words, he did not plan on hitting that ball. And what's going to happen now is he's going to have to play a kick shot. Because what happens, see, if you notice, the brown ball is the 7 ball right here, and here's the 3 ball. So Efren was going to kick at this ball, but was either going this way and kicking the 3 ball or to the side rail. Side rail trying to make this ball. Okay, he hits it successfully, and look at the cue ball coming down behind the 8 ball. And there's a lucky break. He did not play that, folks, but it still works. And he knows, too. See a little smile, probably. No smile, but players know, and people at home should know that that was a lucky shot. And that happens in the game of 9-ball. Another Philippine player. And he's got a tough shot. Tough shot just to hit the 3 ball. He'll be going probably 2 rails if he can get to the second rail. If he's trying to hit 1 rail, it's going to be very tough because it looks like the brown ball's in the way. He's going to have to hold the ball up or stretch it out. He tried to hold it up and just couldn't hit it. It was in the way. It was unbelievable. What a nice break for Efren Reyes. So that'll give ball in hand anywhere on the table. When you fail to hit the lowest numbered ball on the table, your opponent gets ball in hand, even on the break. So Efren will have a nice opportunity here to go ahead in the match. 1-0, if he could get out. And I'm not going to say he gets out yet because I was surprised last time he hit the 5 ball. So low left-hand English here, bringing the cue ball back up table. Wants an angle. And he'll come off the rail straight across, pretty much so, for an angle on the 7 ball. He's a little easy on that, but he's okay. He doesn't seem like he's crazy about it, but he's okay. He'll just roll the 7 in and come over to the other side of the table and pocket the 8 ball in the same pocket. Just basically center ball, a little inside English, maybe not much. And notice, not even touching a rail. This fellow's a former world champion. He's basically won world titles in almost every part of the game. Came up a little short there, so we're going to see a cut shot on the 9 ball. And most likely play it in the corner pocket. Great shot by Efren. So Efren will win the first game in a race to 13. And he will lose his break, though, because of the alternate break, giving your opponent a chance to table. And what I like about this format is, you know, when you've played a match, even if you get beat 13-1, that's 14 games. That means you broke 7 times and you didn't win but only 1 game. So it's fair for both players. And there's a picture and the score, 1-0. Both Philippine players, both great players from the Philippines, both have won major tournaments. Efren probably is, well, definitely is the man to beat. Number 1 player in the world in everybody's eyes. Even the players, I believe, that he is the man to beat. So Warren will come to the table and try to break and win the second game. And a kind of a neat statistic is usually the person that wins the first game of a match usually goes on and wins the match. Most matches, but doesn't have to. It's a very low difference in percentage, I believe. But there's a nice break by Kiamco. Very nice break. The ball is open nicely. Cue ball towards the center of the table. Shot on the 1 ball on the right-hand side of the screen. As you can see, the balls, none of the balls are tied up, and he knows he has a chance here to run out. Looks very serious and determined here. He'll play the 1 nice and easy in the corner, not too hard. Just come off the rail a little bit for the 2 ball in the side pocket. Come over and look at the angle. What he's concerned about is the 3rd ball on the table. In other words, if he's shooting the 2 ball, he's looking to see where the 4 ball is. After he pockets the 2 ball, he'll look to see where the 5 is. That gives him the idea of what kind of position he has to play on the next ball. And the reason he's looking at the 3rd ball is to see what kind of angle he wants on the 2nd ball to play position for the 3rd ball. Pretty much so here. He wants to be pretty straight on the 4 ball. He has a little angle, but he'll throw the 4 ball in the corner pocket. A little bit of low left-hand spin on the cue ball. Help throw the 4 ball in the corner. He may just power punch it over to the side. Well, no, he slow rolls it. Okay. It's a nice shot on the 5 ball. And you can see him kill this ball. He kills the ball very good. All the Philippine players kill the ball very good. A little slow, low left-hand spin. Either kill it or bring it back down table for the 7 in the side. Okay, he brought it back down for the 7 ball in the side pocket. Doesn't seem too happy about it, though. Looks like it's okay from here, but kind of hard to tell. He may play this low left-hand spin and bring the cue ball 2 rails for the 8. Wow, that's a big mistake there. That's unusual for him to do that. He has an easy position to the 7. Basically just come down for the 7, but he made a mistake. He missed. Everybody misses. So now Efren will come to the table with a shot on the 7 ball. Probably going to bank this ball and bring the cue ball 2 rails around for the 8. Okay, he played a safety. Very smart in the beginning of the match. He just wants to play safe and not take any chances. Very smart shot by Efren. Not an easy safety either, because he had a perfect speed to get behind the 9 ball. Now Warren will play right-hand spin on the cue ball and just try to catch the round. Just nick the 7 very softly. Make sure he hits it. That's what you got to do. And that's an error that he shouldn't have done. He should have made sure he hits that ball because the 7 wasn't going to go anywhere. So now Efren will have ball in hand on the 7, 8, and 9. And an opportunity to go ahead 2-0. Watch the cue ball here. It's going to travel a little bit. 1, 2, 3 rails. It's about perfect speed. Does not want to be, well, he's off the rail, so okay. Didn't want to be frozen on the rail there. He could have made it a very tough shot then. You will not see this fellow make too many errors. And there it is. First 2 games go to Efren Reyes. And Warren knows he should have gotten out there. Disappointed. Efren wetting the tip of his cue to take the chalk off of the tip. A lot of the players don't like the chalk on the sides of the tips. Wipes the shaft down. The reason he's wiping the shaft is to take the chalk off of the shaft. Also, the chalk makes the wood sticky. And there it is. Efren Reyes 2, Warren Kiamco 0. Making sure all the balls are frozen. The reason for getting the balls frozen is so that when you hit the balls solid, they all break open. There's no thud hits or balls acting weird where the balls stay tied together in the middle of the rack. Also helps to make so the 9 ball's tougher to make on the break. And there's a nice loose grip of Efren's hand, like he's holding a bird in his hand almost. Efren has a very good break. When he's breaking well, he's awfully tough to beat. And the ball's open nicely, and as you can see, here's a situation with the 3 and the 8. Could be something that he might have to deal with, because if it's frozen to the 8, it might not go in the corner pocket. We'll see how he plays position. I guess it's going to be okay because he doesn't seem to worry about it. Now I believe it's fine because he played position for the 3. And now if you see where the 4 ball is down table, there it comes into the screen, the pink ball. This is not too easy a position because he's got to make sure he just makes that 3. If he tries to hit it real hard, if he catches the 8, let's see what he does. Maybe he can hit it hard. I can't tell how much room he has. Oh, he was okay. It was very nicely done there. That was not such a simple shot. And he'll play the 4 in the right-hand corner pocket. Low left-hand spin to bring the 5 ball, bring the cue ball around. There it is for the 5 in the same pocket. You may see all 4 of these balls go in the same pocket. He's going to play the 5 ball where he played the 4 and come around 2 rails again for the 6 ball. Notice how low he's cueing the ball, low left. There it is, perfect. Little angle to bring the cue ball back for the 7 ball in the same pocket. Doesn't take any time, just gets to the table and shoots. Efren is not what we call a slow player. I'd say he's like a medium player, medium speed player. This fellow does everything well. Pockets balls, plays position well, kicks at balls well, banks balls well, breaks the balls well. He's just a great player. Efren Reyes, winner of the 3rd game, takes the lead 3-0. And Warren knows that 7 ball was very costly that he missed in the side pocket. Efren is a U.S. Open winner, World 9-ball champion winner, a 1-pocket champion winner, 8-ball winner. He's won all games. There we have the score again. Efren Reyes 3, Warren Kiamco 0. Some of the Philippine players, all of them great players: Francisco Bustamante, Jose Parica, Luat, Adam, Santos. A bunch of them came over to America and showed the Americans a different style of playing 9-ball. And a bad break for Kiamco. Cue ball on the side. What a bad time for that to happen. So Efren will come to the table with ball in hand with 7 or 8 balls on the table. I'm not sure how many Warren made on the break. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4. So he made 1 ball on the break. Efren will come with ball in hand on the 1 to bring the cue ball up toward the center of the table by the rail for the 2 ball on the side. Little kiss there. It's nice to use that ball for position. Now he'll play the 2 on the side, and the 3 ball is right by the cue ball. You can see it, and he'll just play the 2 and stop basically for the 3 ball. Three ball on the side, and the 4 balls in the center of the table. May see a cute little position shot here if he's going to go to the bottom rail and back up with the cue ball, which is inside English. Here it comes. Inside English brings it straight up the rail, which Efren happens to be an excellent 3 cushion player too. And he'll play the 4 on the side. I don't believe he's going to want to roll into the 5 at all. He'll probably bring the cue ball around for the 5 in the side pocket. 9-ball is such a great game. There's so many different layouts in 9-ball. You never know where you're going to have to shoot the balls. For instance, on this rack, he played most of the balls in the side pockets. Out of 8 balls on the table, he played like 5 of them in the side pockets. So Efren Reyes with a big opportunity because Warren scratched on the break. Actually got a bad roll on the break. He got kicked into the side pocket. So Efren came to the table with ball in hand, ran out the table with the 9-ball in the corner, and goes ahead 4-0. We're in Tokyo, Japan, for the largest pool tournament ever being held. $160,000 first prize. $60,000 to the winner of this match. There's Efren Reyes, 4 games, Warren Kiamco 0. This is the semifinal round. The winner of this match goes into the finals and plays for $160,000 to the winner, $60,000 to the loser. This match is worth $60,000. The loser of this match, $30,000. Tokyo 9-ball, there's an International Billiards Council started by Mr. Tanaka, IBC, producer of this tournament, sponsor of this event. Efren likes this side of the table to break from. Seems to be very successful from there. What he's trying to do is play that 1 ball in the side pocket. If it doesn't go in the side, it usually goes off that rail. Well, this time he came down this corner, but usually goes off that rail down the other corner. And another tough break for Kiamco because Efren failed to pocket a ball on the break, but has not left Warren any kind of shot. So he has the 1 ball here. Here's the 9-ball, and here's the cue ball. Notice these balls tied up here. This is a very tough layout, so he'll be forced to play a safety. Probably hitting the 1 thin, bringing the cue ball back down table, or bringing the 1 up table and leaving the cue ball down table. It's his choice. Oh, he's going to push out. Well, it's going to be tough to push out against Efren Reyes. Very smart player, Efren. If he takes it, you're probably going to be in trouble if he shoots it. It's a rail first shot, looks like. If he can't hit the 1 directly, he'll go to the rail first and go behind the 1. And I think he should give this up. Okay, he's going to come behind the ball. This is what Warren would do, come behind the ball and kick it up. So Efren decided to let him have it because I believe if he doesn't make a ball here, Efren will have a shot. He's got to hit this awfully good to leave Efren no shot. The cue ball will probably come back out There it is. And that's why Efren let him have it, because he knew it was going to be probably an open shot next. Even though it's not an easy shot. Oh, there we go. Here he is. Even though it's not an easy shot for Efren Reyes, if he misses this, he'll probably leave him safe anyway. And that was a safety. Perfect. Cue ball behind the 5 and 13. Or behind the 5 and looks like the 5 and the can't see. Here it is right here. Here's the 2 balls in the way. Here's the cue ball and here's the 1 ball. So he'll be forced to go to the bottom rail and try to kick at the 1 ball. He'll need some left-hand spin here. If he hits the 1 ball straight in the face, the cue ball should stay right there. Make sure you hit it. There he goes. He hit it on the edge. Come down, hit the 9 ball and get lucky. Did he? No. So, it's a good try by Warren. Oh, Efren will have a shot on the 1 ball, but his work is not done yet because the balls are tied up. So he'll play the 1 ball in the corner, come around for the 2 ball in the same pocket, most likely. And look out. This may get behind the 9. And we can't see. Okay, there it is. He may play a kiss shot here. He may play the 2 ball, carom it off the other ball to break open those balls down here, off the 4 and the 5. And there it is. Great shot by Efren. And that opens the rack up. So Efren now has a chance to run the rack out. That's the magician. He finds a way to get out. That's a great shot by Efren Reyes. Having a little problem with the bridge. Okay, now with this low right-hand spin, trying to bring the cue ball up toward the center, being careful not to come too far. And that's fine. Efren handles that cue ball perfect. Here you see a kill shot. Watch the cue ball after it hits the 4. It won't go anywhere. Just slows right down. You didn't even see it in the screen because he killed it. When I say killed it, you make it slow down a whole bunch. It will not take the normal route that it would if you didn't put any English on it. And here he has the 6, 7, 8, 9 on the table to go ahead. One more game. And you won't see him do much here. Just play the ball in the corner and stop it. And just drift the cue ball over for the 9 ball. Perfect speed control. He's really playing well. Great shooting by Efren Reyes. Who now is working on a shutout. 5 games to 0, I believe it is. There it is. Efren Reyes 5, Warren Kiamco 0. So that 7 ball he missed in the beginning of the match has basically cost him 5 games. 4 more games because he was down 1-0 at the time. I bet he'll be practicing that shot when he goes home. And here we are getting a look at a 9-ball rack, making sure all the balls are frozen. By the way, the balls are racked in the same order every time. So the rack is the exact same for each player. And here now Warren needs to get something going. He needs to protect the cue ball, which he did. Cue ball's in dead center of the pocket. Here comes the 1 ball. Is it going? Yes, he pocketed a ball on the break. So that's a good break for Warren. He has a shot on the 2 ball. Big advantage keeping that cue ball in the middle of the table. And there's the 2 ball. So he has a shot on the 2 ball. 3 balls down there with the 2 ball. Simple position. Just bring the cue ball back out toward the center. A little low, little left-hand spin. Coming off the side rail. Back over. Now keep coming. Okay, he didn't want to be. He wanted to come over more. There's a little example of going too fast. He should have made sure he had the other angle so he wouldn't be stuck taking a long shot. So there's not much he can do here. Just play the ball. Watch, he doesn't touch the 5 ball there. Play it easy. There you go. Knock that ball loose. Perfect. So he's okay because the 3 ball, 4 balls next, and there was the 4 ball right there by the 3 ball. So he was okay. I was looking at the 5 ball, but it was the 4 ball he had to shoot next. So what he'll do here is play the 4 in the corner. Try to come out toward the center of the table for the 5 ball. Has to try to get an angle to where he can come back up table, and this is exactly what he's trying to do. And it looks like he may have done it. That's a great shot. There's no applause, but you have to bet that's a great shot right there with the speed control to come down, because if he came down too far, he wouldn't have had a shot. And if he didn't come down far enough, he would have had to deal with the 9 ball. So now he'll just go up table for the 6 ball. Actually, he was dead straight on that, so he was okay even though he was straight in. He just didn't want an angle on the other side, so he'd go into the 9. So now he has the 6 ball in the corner, a low left English on the cue ball, bringing around 2 rails for the 7 ball. Be careful on this shot, not to go too far, and that's fine. So Warren has a chance now to get on the board. Down 5-0. It's awfully tough to get that first game. Once you get it, you feel a lot better. Sometimes it can be the beginning of something good. Just play the 8 and pop off the rail. Don't get too careless. That's perfect. And Warren Kiamco wins the 6th game. Is trailing 5-1 and has to just hope that Efren Reyes will give him more chances. He knows it's in his hands to get a chance to get back into this match, and there it is, 5-1. Efren Reyes 5, Warren Kiamco 1. He's going to need a couple good rolls, get back in the match, and it can happen. 9 balls, that type of game. When you break them, those balls can go anywhere. And there it is. That tells it all. 974 for Reyes, 750 for Mr. Kiamco. If it keeps going at that rate, it's not going to be too much fun for Warren. A lot of money on the line. $60,000 to the winner. This match is worth $30,000, possibly $130,000 more, because the finals is $160,000. Nice break by Efren Reyes. Look at the cue ball, perfect. Made the 1 on the side. What a great break. Pocketed 4 balls on the break, and there it is, the cue ball in the center of the table, and there's the 2 ball. Right there, perfect. 2 balls on the break. The 1 ball, and it looks like he made the 1 and the 4 ball. So Efren has a nice opportunity here to put 1 more game on his side. He really has a nice touch at the table. Came over to this country about the 1980s sometime, and he's been winning tournaments ever since. Also a very good chess player. Had the opportunity to watch him play chess with Elaine Martell. Nice shot on the 6 ball. Get over there. Now here's another shot that he's better be very careful with. It's frozen to the rail. Wants to make sure he catches the 7 ball first, not the rail first. Nicely done. He's been playing well the whole tournament. Straight in on the 9. Okay, Efren Reyes. Break and run out. So Efren Reyes puts another game on his side and takes a 5-game lead, leading the match 6-1. And Warren knows he has his work cut out for him. Just the beginning of the match tells it all. 6 games, Efren Reyes. 1 game, Warren Kiamco. 5-game lead. Warren has to hope Efren doesn't get out at least 2 more times on his break to get a chance, and he has to break and run out, or break and make a good safety, or be very fortunate that Efren doesn't hit it. Needs a few things to happen for him. Let's see what he can get going. And there it is, 979, unbelievable for Efren Reyes, and 750 for Warren. I like Warren's break. He has a nice break. The hard ball is really hard. Pretty much so controls that cue ball in the center of the table. So, successful break by Warren. He's pocketed a ball on the break. Looks like he's pocketed the 8 ball. He has a nice shot on the 1 ball in the corner pocket. As you can see, the 2 ball is over here by the side pocket on the left-hand side of the screen. And there it is. Nice position on the 2 ball. Doesn't want to be dead straight, but that always seems to happen when you're behind for some reason. Everything seems to be wrong when you're that behind. You seem to start struggling, but he should be okay here. Just play it and draw back a little bit and leave yourself an angle on the 3 ball. Don't try to look for something that's not there. Just do what's there, that's all. Making sure he does not have to jack the cue stick over the 7. And it's tough to beat Efren at this way because, you know, Efren's only made 1 mistake. And that's when he missed that ball, got behind the ball in the beginning of the match, and that's it. So he's going to be tough to beat if he keeps playing like that. It will be impossible to beat, actually. So Warren has to just make sure when he has a chance that he gets out or doesn't make any unforced errors. Low left hand, bringing the cue ball off the rail slightly, giving a nice little angle on the 5. And he wants to make sure he has an angle on the 6 ball, on the 7 ball when he comes up to it next. Okay, the 8 ball was pocketed on the break, so it was the 6 ball that was next. So he has an angle on the 6 ball also. Warren's been playing well also. He's going to be tough to beat. He just got a little slow start. Playing well. Bring the cue ball off the rail. Just pocket the 7. The cue ball come off the rail at natural English. Just center ball. And straight in on the 9. So Warren with his chance to cut the lead down. And he does. So Mr. Warren Kiamco wins his break and has to just sit down and hope for something funny to happen. This man, keep him so he can't run out. And there it is, 6 games for Mr. Efren Reyes, 2 games for Warren Kiamco, a 4-game lead for Efren Reyes. As we go into game 9, Efren Reyes will break the balls and the people wait to see Efren. And look at those stats, 979 for Efren, 828 for Warren with a break and run out. Picked up his stats a little bit. He's not really playing real bad. 828's not bad at all. Sure, a lot of you folks at home would like to have that, right? Some matches I wouldn't mind having, to tell you the truth. I really like the way Efren's breaking the balls. hitting the one ball solid, controlling the cue ball, not trying to overpower the ball, just basically controlling the cue ball, hitting the one ball solid and stopping the cue ball. And there it is. You can't beat that right there. That's strong, being able to hit that ball like that. The only thing that can happen is what happened right there. A ball gets in the way like the 3-ball. He pocketed he didn't. The 2-ball stayed up on the table. So Efren failed to make a ball on the break. So that actually is a bad break for Warren, because if Efren would have made a ball on the break, he would have had to deal with this. So as you can see, there is the 1 and 3. And he's going to have to play a safety, hitting the 1 thin and bringing the cue ball down by the 8-ball if he can, probably. Depends how hard he hits it. Oh, he kicked the 2-ball. What a nice shot. Nicely done. Well, I thought he was aiming at the 1. He's playing the combination. Nice shot by Warren. He got me on that one. So he played a kick combination shot, folks. How do you like that? Length of the table. Made the 2-ball. Played position nicely on the 1. He knows he has to do something to get back into this match. He knows he's not going to play safety play with Efren or try to, leave me on another ball and leave him safe and hope Efren don't hit the ball, because Efren's not going to miss too many kicks. So that opened up a nice opportunity for him to run the table. Himself an angle. And we have these 5, 6, 7, 8. Play the 6-ball on the side, basically stop right where the 5 is. Now the 6-ball is something like the shot he missed in the first rack when he shot where he missed the 7-ball. So he'll be very careful here. Okay, shot 6-ball in the side pocket. He'll bring the cue ball back to the other side of the table where he's at right now, on that side, so that he has a shot on the 7-ball. Okay, now the 8 and the 9 are pretty much simple. If he gets on the 8, the 9-ball's wide open, so it'll be no problem. All you have to do is make the 8. And it's nice position on the 8. Here he'll just play a little bit to come off the rail with a little bit of right-hand spin, not much. And a big break for Warren on Efren's break. And there it is. He gets out on Efren's break, and that's what he has to do to get back into this match. He has to take advantage when Efren doesn't make a ball. So, Mr. Kiamco wins game 9 and closes the gap. Playing a race to 13, and there it is. 6 games for Efren Reyes and 3 games for Warren Kiamco. So Warren Kiamco trails by 3 games going into game 10. 979, Mr. Reyes. 868, Warren Kiamco. And his break, and a chance to break and run out and get closer in this match. Must protect the cue ball. Oh, what a nice break. But does he pocket a ball? And that is a tough break for Warren Kiamco. Nothing on the break, and here's the 1 ball, and here's the cue ball. Perfect break. If he'd have made a ball on the break, he'd had a nice shot on the 1 ball. The 2 ball is over by the cue ball right here, so Efren will play position either for the combination or for the 2 ball in the corner. And he's elected to play for the 2 ball in the corner. And he has a little more of an angle than he wanted. I think he wanted to be on the other side of the 2 ball, so he wouldn't have to go into the 3. And now what's going to happen is he's going to have to either roll the ball down, not trying to touch the 3 ball. Okay, perfect. Put a little English on the cue ball so he wouldn't have to touch the 3 ball there. Now he'll shoot the 3 ball on the side and just draw the cue ball out a little bit for the 4 ball in the bottom left-hand corner. A little bit of low English. Now he wants an angle on the 5 ball going down table for the 6 ball. And Warren knows it's a bad break. Not making a ball on the break. Efren will play a little bit of draw. Keeping the angle. Notice the angle he keeps on the 5 ball, so the cue ball will go down table automatically. All he has to do is make the 5, and it goes down there for the 6. And he's going to have to put a little draw, though, because it sets up for a perfect scratch if he's at center. And there it is, just a little bit of draw. Wants the angle on the 6 ball. This is left hand in, it's on the cue ball. Bring it back up for the 7. Slow down. And here's routine right here. 7 ball, then the 8 in the corner. He may just stop right there, or maybe bring it back a little bit. And brought it back a little too far. I don't know why he just didn't stop there and take the 8 straight in the corner. I mean, he's still not in really bad shape. I mean, he's got the 8 ball, but he has more of a cut than he really wanted. He's going to bring the cue ball right where you've seen him rub the table there. That's where the cue ball's coming. If he's going to stay on that side or this side of the side pocket, I think he's going to go on. Just make this ball and come over there. Look at the shot he hit. He hit full speed, 2 rails. No baby in that shot. So Efren Reyes in game number 10 will go ahead again by 4 games. And taking advantage of Warren Kiamco's break, failing to pocket a ball on the break. And that is a tough break for Warren Kiamco because he needed a ball to go on the break to get back into this match and not get too far behind. And he knows that. And he might even change his break next time or do a little something different on the break. So now he has to hope Efren comes to the table and fails to make a ball on his break. Not much you can do, just sitting there. You have to wait for your opponent to miss. It's not like other games we play where in golf you get your chance for sure. You have to hope in this game that your opponent makes a mistake. And there's the score. 7 games for Efren Reyes, 3 games for Warren Kiamco. 4-game difference in 10 games. There's a good shot of Efren Reyes standing at the table to break. Protect that cue ball. I bet he protects the cue ball. There it is. He protected the cue ball, brought it to the rail, made the 1 ball. 2 balls going down the side. Here comes the 3 ball. Hello. They may be the break. That may be the break that Warren needs to get back into this match. There's the 2 ball. He would have had a shot on the 2 ball if the 3 ball didn't come down and get right in the way. And there's the stat, 982 to 868. And here's the cue ball and here's the 2 ball. So Efren will be forced to push out. He's going to push the 4 ball probably to the side rail. There it is, tying it up, so it makes it a tough run out. Very smart, being ahead by 4 games, making it a tough run out. Warren Kiamco doesn't even move out of his chair, just says, go ahead and shoot. And that was a smart move by Warren. I'll tell you though, anytime you can get a chance to shoot, leaving this guy at the table again, it's kind of tough to do. But he's okay. If he hits the 2 ball down where the cue ball is now, he's going to try and bank this 2 ball down here or hit this easy. I can't tell. Oh, well, you got me there. I don't know what he's trying to do there. But look at this, another good roll. Wow, that's very fortunate for Efren. I know he wasn't trying to do that, but sometimes you get lucky. Counts. So Warren now, here's the 2 ball. He's going to have to make a nice shot on the 2 ball. There's the 4 and the 7. They're tied up. Nicely executed shot there on the 2 ball. Being down 4 games, you know things are going tough. Would have been a little harder though if the 4 ball was open, because you know if you miss it you're going to lose the game, but still a tough shot. So he has a nice shot on the 4 after he pockets the 3 ball. If he can either try to bank it cross corner or play a nice safety. Now what I think he's going to do here is try to play a safety. Unless he can cut it in the corner. I really can't tell from this angle if he can make this 4 ball in the corner. And the way he's going over there, it looks like he can. Well, let's see what he shoots. Wow, doesn't look like he can make it. He's banking it safety. 4 rails down table. Executed perfectly. But I'll tell you, you're talking about a person who hardly ever misses a kick. This fellow here hits everything. He not only hits the ball, he plays a certain side of the ball to hit. He's going to go 2 rails and try to hit this ball up table. Oh, he's going 1 rail. Caught the... that was tough to do right there. He almost hit it, though. I thought he was going to go 2 rails and try to kick it down table, but I guess maybe he should have tried that. Huh? But he tried 1 rail, and that'll leave ball in hand for Warren Kiamco and an opportunity now to close the gap. What Warren has to do here is just make sure doesn't make any errors that he doesn't have to. Don't get behind any balls. The balls are wide open here. If he can get on this 6 ball, just come over to the other side of the table for the 7. The 8 ball lays by the side pocket, so he'll be okay once he gets on the 7 ball. It's amazing, the Filipinos, they play on 5x10 corner pocket tables in the Philippines, and they're not very tall to play on a 5x10. It's very tough to play on a bigger table and not to be like over 6 foot tall. I've played on 5x10 tables, and I'm 5'11". It's very tough for me to play on them because I can't reach a lot of shots. You almost start playing position differently so you can reach the shots. But we're on a 4.5x9 here, and there's no problem on these tables, that's for sure. So Warren in game 11 on Efren's break, I believe. Will close the gap once again. Efren's taking this match very seriously. He knows he's not too far. Here it is, 7 games for Reyes, 4 games for Kiamco, 3-game difference going into game 12. And Mr. Kiamco will come to the table with his break. Chance to get back only behind 2 games. Race to 13. There it is. Efren Reyes 950. Kiamco 891. He's closing that gap. Great stats for both players. Notice how high he is. He's a lot higher when he breaks the balls. Efren gets down lower. And there it is. Again, he comes up with nothing on the break. I think maybe he should switch sides or something and try to break from the other side, because Efren seems to be successful on the other side. So Efren will come to the table with the 1 ball and the 2 ball right here, trying to make the 1 ball in the corner pocket. And there it is. He brings the cue ball over for the 2 ball on the side. Now this is a little tricky because the 3 ball is right here. So position for the 3 ball is going to be a little tricky. I believe he's going to come around like 3 rails for position. And now he's going to look at it again because there's a lot of traffic out there. Here's a little test of his speed control, cue ball control, everything. Here it is. And look out. Is he going to hit that ball? And there it is. Nicely done. He played to hit that ball, folks, just in case anybody'd like to know, to make sure he wouldn't get behind it. He's going to play the cue ball up toward the center of the table again. Leaving an angle, so stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Efren still at the table, of course, playing 3-rail position on the 5 ball and has come up just a little bit short. But he'll have no problem and play the 5 ball in the corner pocket. Bring the cue ball over to the side rail on the left-hand side for the 6 ball in the same pocket. Wants an angle, which he has. Efren holds his cue very loose in the back until he's ready to hit the cue ball. And his hand tightens up a little bit on the cue, but not to where he grips it very tight, just firm. Here's low right hand spin on the cue ball. Cue ball back in the center of the table. Ooh. Now he caught the rail there, but because of the speed and because of the draw English on the cue ball, puts follow on the object ball, helps the object ball to go in the rail, into the pocket. If he hit it too hard, it wouldn't have fell. So, Efren Reyes with a run out because Mr. Kiamco failed to make a ball on his break. Will go ahead again in the match by 4 games. And he knows just a bad roll not making a ball on the break. Unfortunately, it's getting closer and closer to that number 13. So he has to do something about it very soon. Otherwise, this match is going to be over. And there it is, Efren Reyes 8, Warren Kiamco 4 after 12 games. Going into game 13, Mr. Reyes will break and try to make a ball on his break. And there's the stats, 957 for Mr. Reyes, 891 for Warren Kiamco. Both players playing well. Hitting the one solid, trying to make it inside. Cue ball stops in the oh, we got a bump there. He got a bump, and does he get a break? Okay. He has not made a ball on the break, but look at the balls right here, the 2 and the 5. I'll tell you something, Efren is very fortunate there because those balls are tied up. Warren Kiamco cannot run out. He will be forced to play a safety after he pockets the 1 ball. At least he has a shot on the 1. But the 2 ball is the problem. Now, it doesn't look like it can go from here, the 2 ball. No, it's not going to go now for sure. So, drew the ball back a little bit too far, I believe. And he may see a shot here coming behind the ball and kicking it down table, which is kind of dangerous. I think he may leave. He could leave a shot here. I think he should just roll on, but nice and easy and go behind the 6 maybe. Can he do that? Let's see what he can do. He looks like he's going behind it. Yeah, I didn't like that at all because that was too hard to do. So that was, I think that was just maybe being down by 4 games, not thinking correctly, losing your confidence in what you can do. Should play a different type of safety there. So Efren now come to the table with a little inside English on the cue ball, right hand spin, playing the 2 in the corner. Notice the cue ball comes back up table for the 3 ball. That was well executed. A little too far, but it was well executed. We'll see how bad Efren wants to win here, if he's going to play a safety or not. Keep an eye on this, folks, with cue ball control right behind the 8 ball with the cue ball. And there it is, forcing him to kick at the 3 ball. And notice the ball's on the side of the rail where the 7 and the 4 are. See how smart that shot was? He brought the 3 up high enough, or the 4 ball up high enough, so the 3 ball actually, so he couldn't kick the side rail. He's going to be forced to masse around the ball because the 7 ball's in the way. It looks like the 7 maybe, but he's going to have to English the cue ball a lot to try to hit the 3. Now he could make the 3-9 combination if he can hit the 3. Okay, good hit. Look out. Boy. Well, he got lucky and unlucky. He got lucky because he hit the 3 and didn't leave a pocket for Efren. Unlucky because Efren's probably going to play a safety on him and put him right behind the 7 ball. Unless he can make this ball. Oh, he can make it. Okay, there it goes. He had a shot. So, Warren got unlucky. Left Efren a shot on the 3 ball and an opportunity now for another run out of the table. There's the 4 ball, the pink ball. playing it in the corner. And one thing he's got to be careful here with the 5 and 6 because he wants to get almost straight in on the 5. Notice it'll bounce off the rail, and there it is, perfect. Perfect cue ball control. Just play the 5 in the corner, roll off the rail, leave yourself an angle on the 6 ball down toward the bottom right-hand corner. Perfect. He'll play the 6 down the rail, making sure he does not catch the point in the side pocket. Right past the point. There it is. Bring the cue ball back over for the 7. I'm 1 ball ahead of him already. I'm on the 8. Now here he did this once before. He drew the cue ball back too far for the 8 one time and had to play a cut shot on the 8. So I don't think you'll see him do it again. You'll probably see him bring it back real far for the 8 in the side. Probably bring it back for the 8 ball on the side. Not even take a chance. There it is, 8 ball in side pocket. Great shot by Efren Reyes. Cue ball control. Keep an eye out, easy, nice and delicate he hits this. A little low right. There it is. Nice touch by Efren Reyes. And that's going to make his lead even bigger. So, Efren Reyes, after game 13, wins on his break and makes his margin of winning bigger, 5 games. There it is. Efren Reyes has 9, Warren Kiamco 4. 5-game difference after 13 games. Efren Reyes needs 4 games to win $60,000 and a chance to get in the finals and win $160,000. Not a bad week's pay. $949 for Mr. Reyes, $875 for Warren Kiamco. $875 is not really shabby. It's very good. Just not good enough for the great Efren Reyes. Playing flawless. Made 1 mistake so far that I've seen in this match in the beginning. Maybe 2 mistakes. He may have missed 2 mistakes he may have done in position play, but it's not many. And here is the break. Nice break. Did he pocket a ball? He stayed at the same side. Well, I'll tell you, that's 3 times in a row now he came up out pocketing a ball on his break. And even though here's the 1 ball, Efren's going to play a safety, hitting the 1 ball down table, bringing the cue ball back, either behind the 8 or back behind the 6. He brought it back behind the 8. And okay. Well, here's a break for Warren because Efren could have snookered him there and failed to do so. So Warren, now here's the 1. See the 1 and 9 right there on your screen. Cue ball, he can hit the 1. He can hit it thin and come down table or try to hit behind it. But he hits behind it, he's got to hit it so good. It's going to be tough. Oh, boy, what a hit. Very good hit. Very good hit, but he left the 1 ball where Efren could see it. But still a good shot by Warren Kiamco. There's the 1 ball. You can see the 1 ball. He can hit it. Efren will play a safety here. Hitting the 1 ball down table. Bringing the cue ball back behind the 8 again, I believe. Or bringing the 1 ball by this 3 and putting the cue ball down behind the 9. And that's exactly what he's decided to do. And bring the cue ball behind the 7. And that was tough to do. Hit it perfectly behind the 7. So Warren has an opportunity now to close the gap. Looks like he has half a pocket. Here's the 3 ball blocking the pocket. Looks like just a half a pocket for the 1 ball. Make sure you make the 1 ball. Come around 2 rails for the 2 ball. There it is. Nice shot on the 1. Come around, give him a break. Get a break. Oh, what a tough break for Warren Kiamco. 4 ball got just in the way of the 2 ball. Now what he'll do here is hit the 2 ball thin, drive it over here and bring the cue ball back here. Try to get behind this 9 somehow. Just making sure the 2 ball stays over on the rail so he can't make it in the side. Hopefully he'll get the cue ball on the 9 if he can. Try to get right on top of the, well, he missed getting on top of the 9. Even though it's not bad. I don't know if he'll can bank this ball cross-side or not. It's hard to tell from here. If he can, he will shoot it. If he can't, he'll play a nice safety, just leaving the 2 ball there, bringing the cue ball back behind the, and he does bank it, misses it, and again, again, the little fortunate he got because, well, Warren actually has a shot here. He can play, if you want to call it a shot. It's a kiss combination shot. It's going to kiss off the 2, bring the cue, then kiss the 2 into the 6 and pocket the 3 ball. The 2 balls stay on the bottom rail over here for a shot next. And the cue balls stay down table also, so it should be okay. He has no choice in the matter. I don't think he can play the 2-3 combination, so he has to play this kiss. A kiss combination. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Well done shot. So now this opens the table up for Warren again, because he had a shot on the 1 last time and messed up. So let's see if Warren can shake off these little quivers about getting behind balls and stuff and try to get out 1 rack and close that gap to 4 games. Very capable, top player in the Philippines. Good cue ball control, good break. Although he's been coming up a little dry in his break the last 3 or 4 times, which has really hurt him, which is really the difference in this match is the break, because 3 times he's failed to make a ball. There it is, wants to bounce off that rail a little bit. Come on. Okay. Now if he can, he's going to bounce this ball off the rail or play rail first, either one, but just wants to come up table. There it is, come up table for the 7. Little angle. Now he should be okay because the 7 ball looks like it's frozen to that rail or very close to the rail. So he can get the cue ball off the rail pretty easily as long as it's frozen. If it's not frozen, you got to be very careful. Even if it's close, just there he goes. Bounce it right off. Warren has a very good draw stroke, as you'll see here. He'll probably play the 8 and draw the cue ball back toward the side pocket, being very careful not to scratch in the side pocket. So you want to make sure you get out now. You don't want to make any errors with the 8 and 9 on the table. And there it is. Look out for the side. Okay, well done. Better off taking a little bit longer shot on the 9, protecting the cue ball. Okay, Warren Kiamco wins game 14. Closes the gap. 9 games to 5. And there it is. 9 for Mr. Reyes, 5 for Mr. Kiamco. And it'll be Efren's break, I believe, when we come back with his break. As soon as they freeze the balls. And 925 for Reyes. He had an error in that rack. And 879 for Mr. Kiamco. That's how low Efren gets breaking the balls. You would think he'd lose power that way, but if you notice, he comes up right before he hits the balls. And he is breaking well. He's actually breaking great. He made 2 balls on the break. The 1 and the 4 ball. Has a nice easy shot on the 2 ball. Nice chance of 3 balls. Everything's wide open here. Bring the cue ball to the center of the table. Make sure you get up there in the center of the table. Perfect. Notice the 5 balls by the side pocket. Straight in on the 5 and stop there for the 6. Wow, this is very nice. This is the kind of run out you'd like for the final game. It's hard not to get out. So, Efren Reyes, game 15, makes a super break, pocketing 2 balls on the break, getting great position on the 2 ball, being very successful making the 1 aside. I think he even switched sides breaking them this time. He was breaking from the other side before, I believe. So it doesn't matter where Efren breaks him from. It looks like he's going to make a ball no matter what. Now here he doesn't want to get too tricky. Just make the 7. Don't be too fancy. Just make it. Bring the cue ball off the rail a little bit, which is going to come anyway. Don't try to overjuice it. See what he did. Just cinch the 7 ball. Take a little bit of a long shot on the 8 because the 8's close to the pocket. No problem. You won't see him hitting this too hard. Just slide the ball a little bit. There it is, the slide. Coming back down table. Ho. Take it easy now. Okay. Efren Reyes. Game 15. Breaks and runs out. It's pretty neat about this format too with the alternate break. It's easy to keep how somebody plays, how well. There it is, 10 games to 5 after 15 games. 2-1 games. Mr. Efren Reyes is winning. It's a nice way to keep somebody breaks and runs out. How many times does somebody break and run out after 10 breaks or 5 breaks, whatever? 15 games, they both broke the balls. There it is, 933 for Reyes, 879 for Mr. Kiamco. And still 5 games difference in that close of stats. Warren definitely needs a win on his break here. Not again. Wow. Boy, unfortunately, again, he failed to make a ball on the break. And he knows that's 4 racks in a row without pocketing a ball. And there's the 1 ball, and here's the 2 ball. So Efren will play the 1 ball in the corner, come back out toward, he'll go over to the side rail and come back out to the center of the table. And there it is for the 2 ball. Same thing, he wants to play the 2, come back out for the 3 ball. A little bit of low right hand spin. Excellent. If you notice, center of the table is a lot how the players play when the balls are open. The reason for that is hard to get in trouble in the center of the table, especially if the balls are open. Here he just wanted to be straight in on the 4 because all he has to do is pocket the 4 and stop because the 5 ball's right there. Okay, now he has an angle on the 6. You'll see him go to the bottom rail, come back up table with a little bit of English on the cue ball, a little bit of left. So he comes off the rail. Here goes, he played to the side rail. The reason he comes off that side rail like that so he can judge how hard to hit the cue ball so that it comes off the rail. So he has an angle for sure. As you can see the angle he has. Just a little bit low English, very little right, not much at all. Looks like he's a machine. Just running out, running out, running out. He's in dead stroke, folks. Efren Reyes. Looks like Warren's breaking the balls for him. He knows it too. 4 games in a row without making the ball. Just opened them up for Efren so Efren could run out. That's tough to overcome. Nobody could overcome that. So Efren Reyes opens up his margin again of winning and takes a bigger lead in the match and closer to that final match of 160,000 and closer to winning this match, which is worth 60,000. This is a $30,000 match. $30,000 to the loser, $60,000 to the winner, and the people watch to see who's going to win all that money and see if they can learn a little bit, which they most sure they can. 11 games for Mr. Efren Reyes, 5 games for Warren Kiamco after 16 games. And that tells you a lot. And there's what tells you everything. 939 for Mr. Reyes, 879 for Mr. Kiamco. The break is killing Mr. Kiamco. Now Efren breaks from the same side, but he seems to hit the balls a little bit easier because the 1 ball goes in the side. And here comes the 2 ball. Now here it is. Look at how nice this is. There's the 2 ball in the center of the table right here, and here's the 3 ball. Perfect angle to come down for the 3 ball. All the balls are open nicely. He's made the one ball on the break. 8 balls on the break. Unbelievable. That's really sweet. Well, if Efren keeps running down on his break and running out on Warren's break, it's impossible for Efren to lose. So here we go, down table, a little bit of left hand English on the cue ball to bring it over on this side of the table. Now, the tricky part is here, the 5 ball. He probably wants to be straight in on the 5 because the 6 is right there. So what he wants to do is either get straight in on the side, or if he can come around up table. No, he's going to be straight in on the side. He's hit this a little hard, but he's okay. Okay, now he'll play the 5 in the corner. And make sure he does not get behind the 8. And there it is. Come off the side rail, a little bit of spin on the cue ball. Right hand spin for the 7 ball. And he's playing fabulous. For you folks at home watching this tape, excellent tape to see how great this player can play. Just running out. Almost every opportunity he gets, he's running out. Efren Reyes, he puts another game on his side. 1 more game closer to 13. Needs 1 more game for 60,000 and a chance to get into the finals to win the largest pool tournament ever. There it is, 12 games for Efren Reyes, 5 games for Warren Kiamco. 1 game away from getting in the finals of the largest pool tournament ever held by the IBC, the International Billiard Congress. 944 for Mr. Efren Reyes, 879 for Warren Kiamco. Well, it's going to be tough for Mr. Kiamco to win this match. He needs 8 games. He needs to make a ball on the break, actually, just do 1 game at a time. Get this game in the bag right here. Make a ball on the break. He's still hitting them very hard, and he's still coming up with no ball on the break. Unbelievable. 5 racks in a row has failed to make a ball. Well, isn't that something? And Efren has a nice shot on the 1 with the 2 ball, the lower left-hand corner of the screen, right where he's got his cue right now. The draw, he's going to draw back a little bit. There it is. So Well, he drew back a lot there. I don't know if he wanted to come back that far. Let's see, maybe he can cut it in. It's hard to tell from this angle here. Oh, it didn't matter. The 2-ball was very close to the pocket. He needs to get up. And there's an error of position play anyway. But going to probably play a real good safety just like that. So, after failing to make a ball on the break, Efren then comes to the table, where Warren did not make a ball on the break, and shoots the 1 and 2 in and plays safe on the 3. So Warren will get another opportunity at the table with a kick shot. Hits it successfully. Almost makes the 9 in the corner. And now leaves Efren a shot on the 3 ball. Down table, it looks like he's not going to be able. Here's the 3 ball. Here's the 4. Looks like it's blocking the pocket. So you see him play the 3 ball down corner. And there it is. Nice shot. So if I had to make a prediction on this match here, I'd have to say that Efren's going to be running out, because every time he gets an open shot with an open table, he seems to get out. And these are laying very nice for him to put them away. And also that big game lead that he has of 6 or 7 games helps a little too. So Efren Reyes, a chance to win $60,000 more and get in the finals for $160,000. Has 4 balls on the table. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Well, what happened there? Efren got careless. Look at that. See, take your mind off. Look at that for 1 minute. I think he was just shooting kind of quickly, figured it was all over. He's got to laugh to himself. Now he's going to try to masse and just play this in. And just too much of a masse. And he knows he should have gotten out there. So a little bit of life for Warren Kiamco, and a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. $30,000 match. Winner gets $60,000. Can he do it? No. And Efren has broken his opponent down. Efren has broken his opponent down, and his opponent cannot make a ball now. So Efren will go ahead and just close this match. Too big of a lead here, folks. Very tough to overcome. Efren Reyes, winner, the semifinal match, will move into the finals. Wins his match 13 games to 5. Efren Reyes will be in the finals for $160,000. Some great playing by both players. 932 by Mr. Reyes. Great shooting. And Mr. Kiamco, 850. For you folks at home, thank you for being with us.